Hey, this is Tom here from Excitement, and I'm coming to you from my phone. Hopefully the recording will go well without any major hiccups or voice issues, but it does happen. Anyway, I'm out here in New York City, and sometimes something comes up, and I'd rather do the video right now instead of waiting till I get home to my MacBook to do it. So, unfortunately though, the video is not as smooth or as nice, but here we go. So, this one will probably just be on YouTube, not on DTube. Because, this program can upload to YouTube pretty easily. DTube's a different process. Not that it matters that much. Maybe I'll do another video on this for DTube, different video. Anyway, that doesn't matter. I wanted to talk about the Ethereum blockchain. Now, we know that Ethereum offers this smart contract feature to its blockchain. I mean, Ethereum is a game changer in blockchain technology because after Bitcoin, it was mostly copycats with slight variations, but Ethereum really. So, mostly in crypto, we talk about money, monetary value, things like that, how things are going to change the economic system, decentralization, moving away from banks, all the important things. But sometimes something comes along where people use things in an unconventional way. And one thing I'd like to point out, this came across my news feed today. As you know, I have bait.net. Bait.net is my news aggregator site. One of the articles was on Coindesk. It says here, the metoo movement turns to Ethereum to evade censorship. This metoo movement is this sexual harassment type movement. Our job figures that and as anti-male movement. Any movement can be co-opted by some people in some situations, but overall, this is a worthwhile movement. I mean, look, I have a daughter, I have nieces, I would never want to see that, put up with the treatment that I've seen other women report. I do that to women in the workplace or anywhere, but apparently there's a lot of people who do. So just look at Matt Lauer as an example. So anyway, this it's interesting. Over in China, there was a report that there was Chinese internet censorship. There was an anonymous address on the Ethereum blockchain sent itself a transaction that contains the content of a censored open letter in order to permanently store the text in the public domain. Someone from Peking University described how she was treated university after presenting it with a petition to make public its investigation of a sexual harassment case alleged to have happened at the university 20 years ago. So here you have a Me Too type situation that happened a long time ago before the movement existed. And the Chinese authorities are trying to cover it up, censor it. So what did this enterprising person do but decide, wait a minute, look at the blockchain. This is immutable, it's decentralized, right? It lives on as long as there's an internet or a human, a network. People have, humans have our networks, we have our internet, we have our blockchain. Well, you can store it there and people can see it and access it, and it can never be, it's decentralized. It's replicated everywhere. Of course, I'm in New York City. There has to be a darn siren getting closer and closer. Hopefully you can still hear me. It's like no matter how loud it gets, it keeps getting louder. Wait, here it comes. It's an ambulance. New York Presbyterian. Okay, there he goes. Now it's going to fade out. So, good old New York City. So anyway, members of at least 3 universities in the country appear to have coded their support into the blockchain in a bid to dodge censorship by the Chinese authorities that targets not only the original source but also reposts that help disseminate the news. And then, so if you follow the link, right, to Etherscan.io, here's the transaction, and then there's a comment section where people can post these discuss comments, and you've got all these comments of support. Most are written in Chinese, as you can see, but there's others as you go down. Well, you can load more comments, but I have to put my phone into airplane mode while I'm recording this so I don't get annoying phone calls while I'm doing my recording. So I can't really access new content at the moment. But, you know, I preloaded this stuff. So there you go. The Ethereum blockchain is a novel purpose. Now, that should prove to you, let's just segue real quick into the other stuff, like proof of weak hands and this other stuff that I've been mentioning, technology in general. This is groundbreaking technology. Okay. How Kant maintained first. Okay, corrupt them at will. They have to be executed and played out according to their coding, because that's what computers do. So, as long as they're properly audited, secured, so that they can't be hacked in certain ways, you know, this is great stuff, people, and this is what a lot of you out there need to understand about blockchain, and start reading up on this technology, and start becoming tuned into some of the novel. I mean, just look at what happened here, right? This has nothing to do with money. This is somebody who used it in an anti-censorship method to basically dodge the censorship of a totalitarian regime. Okay? And they used Ethereum to do it. As much as I like Neo, they probably couldn't have used Neo to do it, because Neo isn't completely centralized. Now, the strength there is that blockchain can work with the Chinese authorities for other business interests. So it's got another financial interest, or, you know, things that make it financially interesting from another angle. But Ethereum here is the choice for this. But this illustrates that this technology can be used and will be used for things that we have still yet to imagine. Okay, the potential is amazing. I would have never guessed that you could code this kind of stuff, or you would code this stuff in a transaction in order to store it, you know, to store it securely, to dodge censorship. I mean, it's just not something that would have dawned on me. You know, okay, because I live in a free-ish society compared to where this person lives. But just look at the usefulness here. I mean, this thing wasn't designed for this, and yet it's being used for this, and used quite effectively. So just imagine all the other use cases that will come out over time. So, you know, be on the lookout for commercial applications that come out that are also novel and new, and how they will be on top of, you know, say the Ethereum network or some other blockchain. You know, you have to understand this is groundbreaking stuff, people, and it's not always all about just money. But of course, a lot of us on YouTube are looking to invest and to cash in. Part of that is not looking at the next, all this bull crap hype, you know, where, oh, this is the next coin that's going to explode, blah, blah, blah. You know, a lot of that's just pump and dump garbage. You need to look at the fundamentals of some of these things. That's why, you know, I'm so bullish long term on Ethereum, and also coins and tokens that are like it, and also PO, you know, proof of weak hands. Look at my link below for that. That's an amazing smart contract that's coded on top of the Ethereum network. And that's another thing that a lot of people would have never imagined could exist, and yet other people who are very smart say, oh, what took them so long to come up with something like that? But, Ethereum basically makes that possible. Smart contracts and these innovative blockchains make these type of things possible. And never stop learning, never stop looking. Check the news. Look, use my site, techmate.net. That's how I found this article. I would have missed this article completely and maybe never even found out about this amazing use of the technology, if I didn't have a tool like that where I can check the headlines constantly. The headlines constantly update. So please use my site for the same purpose, to keep yourself well informed of these things. But there you go. That's another innovative use of blockchain, of the Ethereum blockchain. And also, it should give those who are looking at proof of weak hands confidence that, yes, this thing can't be, this thing can't be easily manipulated, and that it's not, it's not exit scam friendly or anything like that. All this FUD that comes out against things like this, they're really spoken by people who either have no clue or want to influence people who have no clue. Proof of weak hands is, and look at the market today, right? Look at the market today is April 25th, 2018. Yesterday we were on, everybody was, the bull run's coming. Today, things have backed off a little bit. We had the MyEther wallet, the Google DNS server hack that affected MyEther wallet. That kind of took some of the wind out of the bull sails, but, it's probably also just normal profit-taking pullback. So, yeah, it's going to come back. No fear there. But, look, volatility. There's ups, there's downs. Why not take advantage of that opportunity in something like proof of weak hands, where you can camp out between the bulls and the bears and let them fight it out. Put part of your portfolio in that. Well, that's what I've done. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm saying you might want to consider it. Of course, this is not financial advice. Do your own research. But definitely, go back and look at my videos on that subject to learn more about that. And again, let stories like this, this story about this metoo movement with the Ethereum thing, give you confidence in that regard. All right, see you next time. Please like and comment.